What's going on, ESGNet Nation, and welcome back to another episode here on the channel for some more Highland Scotties football here in the Team Builder Dynasty, episode 113. And today we are on the road. We are in Morgantown for this Week 12 matchup in the Big 12 between West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the Highland Scotties. Mountaineers right now 5-4 for the season so far. And of course, last week we had a bit of a scare there in Lawrence for the Jayhawks, or for the Scotties, as they went against the Jayhawks. Didn't have a first half was not so great for us, but the second half we came back in rolling. We were losing 21-17 in that game, and today we're trying to see if we can avoid that here in this matchup. Currently, right now, West Virginia 5-1 in Big 12 play. As you take a look, right now they've been playing really good. We're currently on a 9-game winning streak. They're on a 5-game winning streak, last week defeating Iowa State in a 29-24 ball game. Mountaineers' last loss was a ranked opponent, that being Washington Huskies, and they lost in that game 45-14 early on in the season. Of course, they went on to win against Kansas, Texas Tech, Boise, Cincy, and Iowa State. And now they're looking to see if they can try and knock off a #1 team in the nation, that being us. As you see, Ford is their leading passer, McKenzie their leading rusher, and Reed their leading receiver. McKenzie, pretty good wheels on him, as he's getting close to 500 yards for the season. Those numbers may look a little, not the best, but he is definitely a good back in that backfield that we'll have to watch out and be concerned for in this matchup. Now, for Ford, for West Virginia, he's got a pretty good, decent arm on him. Last week against Iowa State, he was 20 for 38 for 273 yards. He had 5 carries for a total of 2 touchdowns in the game. So we'll definitely have to make sure we keep an eye on him and not let him control too much of our defense. And our defense has been playing pretty good as of late. We did, like at least last couple games here, we've been giving up a little more than 20 points a game. But for the most part here, we finally got ourselves together, especially last week. Like I said, after that little scare that we have there, I was getting a little nervous there in that first half of that game against Kansas, because Kansas looked pretty good there in that first half, getting 21 points in that first half and only giving up 17 to us. And miraculously, we were able to turn things around very quickly. Now, we shouldn't have that problem here in West Virginia. At least when we play West Virginia, we've been pretty productive here. And we'll be wearing all black here because, of course, both schools have the similar colors here. So when we play against West Virginia, we're going to wear our black uniforms regardless if we're home or away. So Mario Ford, there you see 6'2", 194 pounds, senior. Of course, there you see his numbers. Of course, his season high is 21 touchdowns for the season. He has 12 interceptions right now, and he's completing a little over 50, almost 60% of his passes here this season. And he has a pretty strong arm on him. Already right now throwing 2,608 yards for the season. Freddie Reed, their top receiver. There you see 4 catches for him for 639 yards for the season, as he has been looking pretty good there. Of course, defensively, we have to watch out for Mike Sims, 6'3", 258-pound senior, who has now 3.5 sacks for the season, and we'll try to do our best to avoid him as he comes off the right side there, and he is definitely one of their best pass rushers in their team. Take a look at Stone and Dukes. They're both out. Actually, Dukes is going to be out for the remainder of the season, as he has a broken elbow, and he'll be out. Of course, Stone has a bruised knee. He'll be out for 1 week. Right now, for us, we have no injuries, thank goodness, and we'll try to make sure we keep that way here as we go into this game here and try to exit out of this game as well. So first and 10 coming up here, as you see, West Virginia will have the ball first. And that's a quick throw there. That is to Smith, and Smith will, of course, get out of bounds there for a gain of 15. See, of course, using no huddle, as Ford will go ahead and drop back again here, throwing that one there to Smith again, and another first down for West Virginia, as they are moving the ball very well here. See what they can, again, try to see what they can stop. As Miller makes a nice stop there on Mario Ford as he loses 6 yards on that carry. And it'll be a 2nd and 16 coming up here for the Mountaineers as the Scotties trying to get into try to get them to stop here and try to push them back as far as we can. And like I said, we got to keep a close eye on Ford because this young man can definitely throw around the football, as he's shown here, especially in winning his last 5 games. 2nd and 16, there's a deep pass there. That's going to go to Pearson. Pearson's going to take this one all the way down to the inside the 20-yard line. I believe they're marking around the 13. And that's a 40-yard reception for first down. 1st and 10 coming up for the Mountaineers. Ford up the middle there, throwing that one to Pearson. And Pearson is getting to the end zone there. Touchdown, West Virginia. What a drive here for West Virginia here on this first drive of this ball game, as they'll get the first 6 points on the game. And again, almost looking like what we've seen just last week in Kansas. Kansas driving down the field for that first drive, getting their first 6 points in the ball game. Now West Virginia doing the same. Take a look here at the studio update, and Arizona State right now trailing behind Baylor in the 4th quarter right now, 33-28. Take a look around BYU, who we'll see here in a couple of weeks, defeating Kansas State, who we'll see, I believe, next week, 45-24 in that one. And, of course, Florida State, who was the former #1 team in the nation, they have dropped again. They have now lost 2 now this season, and they are lose this one to their opponents. They're 42-35. And we'll see a 1st and 10 here for Davison as he gets out of the backfield for a gain of 5 on the play. And of course, Davison, one of the trying to be a Heisman Trophy candidate here. So far he's been put a pretty good resume for himself. Of course, he would like to be a finalist when we get to the end of the season here. Of course, Reed, won it last year. We're trying to get him to be a repeat winner. Let's see if we can get our first ever 2-time winner here for the school history. And so that's going to be a complete pass. The Mountaineers will get the ball back. It's Pearson gets a quick pass there, 4 yards on that catch. Pearson looking pretty good here, catching a lot of balls here from Ford. Ford again now throws this one there to Smith, and again another quick play for West Virginia. West Virginia just doing a great job here keeping us off kilter. As Ford now has the football here on this 1st and 10. Pearson gets the catch. Pearson being trying to be brought down. Fowler finally brings him down. And we'll see them at a 3rd and 4. So now 3rd and 4 coming up. And Ford will throw this one there. That's going to go off to the far there, as that's going to be incomplete. Looks like intended there for Smith, and he could not catch it. And that, of course, will be a 4th down. They'll be forced to punt. 1st and 10 coming up here for Reed and the Scotties, as Reed here looks down the field. Reed's going to call his own number instead. He's going to get out of bounds before he doesn't want to, jeopardize losing the football there. That's a 12-yard carry for him. And like I said, we're trying to get him to be a Heisman Trophy winner again, but it is tough trying to be a Heisman Trophy winner for the 2nd time back-to-back years. It's not really seen too often. That one almost got picked off by Ernest, as that was a nice deflection there. Reed has to be careful on those type of throws. 2nd and 10 coming up. As we'll see Hicks coming out. He's going to go on the far left-hand side there. Of course, Hicks is the backup tight end. He's been getting a lot of opportunities here to play as Godfrey gets a great catch. And that's a gain of 16. Of course, Godfrey had a great week last week in Kansas, as he had over almost 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Godfrey now going from the right-hand side to the left-hand side on your screen. 1st and 10 coming up here for Reed. Reed looking down for the field here, and now he's going to call his own number instead. He's going to run this one there. He's going to run this for 25 yards before he gets knocked out of bounds. He fumbles the ball, but it's still going to be Highland possession here. As you see there, defenders there getting very fired up and amped up as they want to take that football away from Reed, who's been, as of late here, dropping the football when running in situations like this. So West Virginia has done their homework here. 1st and 10 coming up. Let's see what Reed's going to try to do here. Play action. Looks down the field, up the middle there to Godfrey, and Godfrey gets the catch. 26 yards on that touchdown reception. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And the Scotties on the board here finally here late in the first quarter, as they had a tough time getting down the field this time around on their second drive. And that's going to be a nice touchdown for Godfrey. That'll be his first of the day. A nice play there from him, as now we'll get back on the field. See Ford there throwing to Pearson again. And Antonio Pearson gets another reception there for 15. First and 10 coming up for the Mountaineers. And there'll be a quick pass there to Smith, but Smith gets smeared. That's a nice stop there from the defense. We'll see now what they can try to do here on 3rd and 1 coming up for the Mountaineers. There's Kinsey in motion here. And oh, you see a jump there, and that's going to be on Miller. And it's going to be encroachment there on the defense, as Miller is going to be called on that play. That's an automatic first down. It's going to be a 1st and 10 here for the Mountaineers, as that is not what we want to see coming from one of our defensive linemen, especially one of our well-disciplined defensive linemen, as now McKenzie comes out of the backfield for a gain of 11 on the play. Makes another 1st and 10 for the Mountaineers. Ford drops back in the pocket here, throwing that one up there off his back foot, and finds his leading wide receiver, Reed, as he gets a nice catch for first. And again, Mountaineers move the ball here very well here with Ford. That one's going to go to Smith, and Smith tiptoes his way into the end zone there. Touchdown, Mountaineers, as that is the second passing touchdown of the day here for Ford. And they lead this one now 14-7 here in Morgantown. So now 1st and 10 coming up here for the Scotties, as Reed here calling an audible here. Doesn't like what he's seeing from the defense, as he's going to scramble off to the right hand side, looking down the field here. Zips this one there to Robinson, and that's going to be a great catch for a gain of 18 on the play. Going to be another 1st and 10 for the Highland Scotties. Scotties trying to move the ball here quickly, just like the Mountaineers. So far, the Mountaineers defense has only given up 7 points here, but their offense has been electric on the field. Reed now, again, drops back in the pocket. This time scrambles off to the left-hand side, throws that one there. That's going to be tipped away. Thank goodness that defender did not have any hands, as he was watching the QB very closely on that play. As we'll be forced down to go to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 coming up for Reed, as he snaps the ball here, looks down the field, throws that one up to Godfrey, and Godfrey's going to be nailed, but he's going to be able to hit on to the football as he gets his 3rd catch of the day. As he has 60 yards so far here, and he's going to be very important for us, as we're trying to get him as well as he's been a kind of a dark horse for the Heisman Trophy, but he has not really put up the numbers here. Try to see if we can try to create something, some kind of way of getting him involved as well, as his numbers look like, kind of says statistically he should be there as a Heisman Trophy candidate, but he just doesn't have all the catches and, of course, yardage that he needs right now. You see Randy Burns gets a nice catch for a gain of 27 on that play. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. And we'll see Davison here yelling something at the line. 5 seconds on the play clock here. Reed drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the left-hand side, looking down the field here. He's trying to find somebody here, but it all said he's going to call his own number. He's going to slide, and he's going to get a gain of 12 on the play. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. 1st and goal coming up here for the Scotties. Looking to see if we can, of course, get into the end zone here this time around. Play clock running down to 8 seconds. He's got to hurry to snap the ball. Reed drops back here, fires his one to Godfrey, and Godfrey's going to get it at the 1 as he gets a gain of 5 on that play. Nice catch there from him, his 4th catch of the day. 2nd and goal coming up here. They look like they're going to be smart this time around. They're going to run the ball here, as we'll see a handoff here from Davison. Nice run there for Davison for that 1-yard carry, as that is going to be his 23rd touchdown of the season. And it's 1st of the day. Nice job there, as that's going to be a touchdown there for the Scotties. As we take a look here at the final score, Baylor wins this one 47-42 knocking off number 17 ranked Arizona State in today's game. So congratulations there to Baylor, as they're now 6-4 for the season. 1st and 10 coming up here for West Virginia as they're back on the field here. We'll see if they'll go up the field quickly. McKenzie coming out of the backfield, screen pass there to McKenzie, but he is going to only get 2 on that reception. We'll go down to a 3rd and 8. We'll see if they try to convert here on the 3rd down. As Ford again drops back in the pocket, has a solid pocket there, finds Pearson, but Pearson only gets 7. But wait a minute, there's a challenge here on the field. I think it's coming from the booth. And we'll see what the booth is going to say here on this one as they look to see if he's actually got the 8 yards or if he was short of the yard, as they indicated earlier. And the ruling on the field is reversed, as they say there was no catch. So there was no catch on there, so they'll be forced to punt on that 4th and 8. 1st and 10 here after the punt. As we get the ball, their own 35. Reed here again scrambling around here, looking down the field. Can't find nobody. He's going to get out of bounds as he gets a gain of 11. As Jasper Reed seems like he's been running for his life here and just really cannot connect with anybody down the field. 1st and 10 coming up. As we'll see Hicks in motion. Reed again gets out of the backfield here quickly, and that defensive line of West Virginia has just been a monster towards him. Not letting him sit back in the pocket for too long here, and that's what you want to do for a quarterback in his caliber. As we go to 2nd and 12 coming up. Reed down the field here, looking down the field here. He can't find nobody. He's going to have to call, or he's going to call his own number, and he's going to get sacked for a loss. As we go now to a 3rd and 12, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we go now to the 2nd quarter, or excuse me, the end of the 1st quarter, I should say. 2nd quarter, Highland still has the football here on a 3rd and 12, and Reed's going to go down the field, and again, Reed going to call his own number. He's got to get out of bounds, as he will do so, as he could have been knocked out again. We've seen him got knocked out last week in that game against Kansas for a while there, and showed back up in the 2nd half and put up some numbers there. We got to keep him fresh. So I talked to Coach Teddy Bonds about it, and he said that was something that he was very concerned about, as he was wanting to make sure his guys stay fresh. So he's going to, if they pull away, especially like in a game like last week, he says he wants to start putting 2nd string guys in and getting them some reps in as well. 3rd and 4 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. Reed under center here in I formation. Hand off to Davison again. And oh, you look at that block. A horrible block there from Bennett as Arnold gets in there for the sack. And Highland has decided to go for here on 4th and 5. So 4th and 5 coming up here as Highland trying to get down the field here as this tie ball game, 14-all. Play clock running down to 3. Reed here looks down the field. Can he find somebody if he gets the football too here? He's going to dunk that one there, and that's going to be a play there to Robinson, as that's a gain of 11 on the play. What a throw there. Looks like something like Patrick Mahomes would do there in the NFL. 1st and 10 coming up. Jasper Reed, like I said, former Heisman Trophy winner from last year. Hand this one off to Davison, and Davison's not going to move anywhere there. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Nice tackle there from Jamie Rogers as he gets a help there from his teammates. Go now to a 2nd and 13 here for the Scotties. Scotties going to try to see if they can go with a screen, some kind of pass probably in this situation. Yeah, you're going to go with their good old play action. And oh, Reed doesn't have time at all to throw that one there as he gets hit hard by O'Neal. Montrell O'Neal comes in there and just puts the lumber on him on that play, and Reed is not looking too good as Stanford is going to have to come in and probably finish this drive. Hopefully Reed will come back in the game. Now Stanford, he's had some success here under center as well. Of course, he is just as capable to take care of this team as well. As nice throw there to Godfrey, a gain of 22 on that reception, and it's going to put him at 85 yards or so for the day, as that's his 5th catch here today. As we got 1st and goal coming up. As I'm being told, Jasper Reed got the wind knocked out of him. He'll return here in this ball game. So Stanford's going to have to take over. We'll see what he can do. This is a 1st and 10. Quick throw there, and that's intended there for Jasper Reed, but Daniel Green says no way and bats that ball away for the potential for the potential touchdown. 3rd and goal coming up. See if Reed's back in the game here now. And we'll see a handoff there to Davison, and Davison bull rushes into the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As Davison, I believe, broke a school record there. And that is going to be his 24th rushing touchdown of the season. His 2nd of the day. Nice run there from him, and it makes it now 21-14. 1st and 10 coming up for Ford as he throws there to McKenzie. 8-yard reception for McKenzie, and so far, these Mountaineers have been looking really good here on offense. As now Ford's going to call his own number, and he's going to be taken down for the first. He's going to be taken down as he does get the first. Nice tackle there from McCall. The 1st and 10 here for the Mountaineers. Mountaineers trying to tie this ball game up before the half. They got 3:45 left here in this half. As he's gonna, whoa, there's I guess some confusion there on the line, and it looks like Ford is gonna get hit with the delay of the game. So Ford's gonna get hit with the Mario Ford's gonna get hit with the delay of game. That's gonna push him back 5 yards. It's gonna be a 1st and 15 for the Highland for the Mountaineers, and they're gonna go ahead and Highland's gonna accept that there. So we'll see now McKenzie coming out of the backfield. Ford throwing that one in the screen pass there to McKenzie. McKenzie's out of bounds, goes too far out, and he is going to cost the team loss there on that play. 3rd and 13 coming out. Ford looking to convert here on the 3rd down as he's going to be dropped down and brought down by Miller. Great play there from Miller coming up the middle. By far one of the best interior defensive tackles in college football right now, as he swims around there and finds the QB for the loss. And there you see there, Ford brought down. Nice hit there from Miller, and that's going to force him to punt. Get the ball here in a great situation here for at the 50, and there you see a nice run there, just before a yard there. It's going to be a 2nd and a couple of inches, 2nd and 9 or so. But we'll go up to a 3rd and 6 coming up here for Jasper Reed and the Scotties. Reed, of course, taking his time here. He knows he has a 7-point lead here. He doesn't have to do too much to get back in this ball game, or at least stay in this ball game here. But plays like that, that's going to cost you. Casey Thomas comes in for the sack, his 1st sack of the day. As you take a look here at the replay, and Reed just could not find nobody down there that was open to give it to. And the Mountaineers, like I said, have been just all over Reed here in today's game, not letting him have too much of anything when it comes to the passing game. 4th and 10 coming up. And, of course, Reed going ahead, and he's going to look down the field here, scrambled around. He's going to throw this one deep, and now he's going to get batted away. Great play there from the defense, but oh, wait a minute. There is a foul, and it's going to be on the offense. It's going to be on Davison for holding, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So they will get the ball flipped around here. Ball at the 50-yard line now for West Virginia. As Highland's going for there on 4th down. We'll see a quick pass. That's going to go to Smith. As Chad Smith gets another reception there for 22 yards. He's already over 100 yards for the day on 6 catches. Ford again throws this one there off to the side to McKenzie, and McKenzie will end up losing 6 this time around for a 2nd and 16. 2nd and 16 coming up here for the Highlands, or for the Mountaineers. As Ford there throws that one to Pearson, and Pearson going to be down, and he's going to get enough for 10. As I put him at 3rd and 6 coming up here, as West Virginia will call a timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for West Virginia. Under a minute left here in the half. Ford dropping back in the pocket. Looks, fires that one to Pearson again, and he'll get 4 on the play. As there'll be a 4th and 1 coming up here, and of course they will have to make some choices here. Highland realizes they're going to go kick for a field goal, so they're going to try to ice the kicker here. As we'll see a 4th and 1 coming up here We'll see if West Virginia can kick this one up the upright here. And they will do so. And the kick is up, and it is good. It is 21-17 here in Morgantown, as the West Virginia just trailing by just a single possession. 21-17, 34 seconds left. Not much for the Highland Scotties to do here to go to the half with the lead. Reed here drops back here, fires that one to Robinson. Robinson gets the catch and gets brought down. Nice gain there. Highland's going to call a quick timeout, as that's Robinson's third catch of the day. He has now 61 yards so far here in this game. 26 seconds left. Highland wants to try to get in field goal range here, maybe, and try to put up 3 before the half, as Reed drops back there. Play action there to Ramirez, and he gets a great catch. His first catch of the day for 30 yards on that play. Puts him there at the 20 in West Virginia territory. Highland maybe trying to go for the end zone here this time. The play clock's, or the game clock's still ticking away, and Godfrey gets into the end zone there. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. And that's the second time these two have connected, as you see. New NCAA record there. Congratulations there to Jasper Reed, as he has now the NCAA record for most touchdowns in a career. Congratulations to him. But there you see the love there that Godfrey is getting. His second receiving touchdown of the day, his 21st of the season. And with just a few seconds left, we'll see Mike McKenzie of West Virginia run that one for a short gain. That is the first half. Highland leads this one 28-17. What a first half it has been. Highland seems like they're getting themselves in gear now, and things are going the right way. As West Virginia, of course, they're pretty much riding the lightning in the first 2 drives of this one, scoring pretty quickly. But since then, they have been very quiet. We'll see if they can come back out here and do the same thing again, start of the second half. Of course, Highland will have the ball to start off the second half, but we'll see if West Virginia can try to do something with their first possession coming out here and try to do the same like they did in the first half. So far, a really good game. You know, even though Highland did get that touchdown towards the end there, 89 yards rushing for us, 226 yards passing there for Highland. Really, actually pretty identical for West Virginia and Highland in the passing game. And time possession, almost just as identical. So both teams, offenses are staying out there as just much time as their counterpart. So not too bad. And of course, no turnovers right now. And hopefully that'll be the case for us. Hopefully we can create some turnovers going into the second half. And of course, if you guys want to see some more action for this particular week in this series, definitely look down below in the description there. There are some games that I think you guys should definitely go check out. We got a number 10 Tennessee taking on number 22 Cal, and Oregon taking on, or I should say Colorado taking on Oregon, Colorado State taking on Arkansas, and another actually 2 more. We got a couple more. We got quite a few top 25 games this week that are pretty interesting. Notre Dame taking on West Virginia, or I should say number 11 Notre Dame taking on number 23 West Virginia, and number 25 Texas A&M taking on number 6 Texas as well. So those are all down below in the description. You guys can click on the links there to go check out. But don't go away here yet, as this one's going, as we'll see, Reed here runs this one for a nice 4-yard carry to get the third quarter going. Hopefully we can keep this drive alive and get down here for another score. 2nd and 6 coming up. As Reed again drops back in the pocket, throws that one up there to Godfrey. Godfrey breaks off a tackle. He has nothing but green grass in front of him in the end zone. Touchdown, Highland Scotties. As Jasper Reed connects with Godfrey again, his 3rd receiving touchdown in this ball game, as number 22 for him for this season. As Godfrey just lighting it up. And definitely getting in the end zone here in this one. Nice job there from Godfrey. Take a look at the first half and second half stats for Reed. He is looking very sharp out there. It's always nice when you have a nice receiver like Godfrey to help you out, especially a true junior out there helping you out. 3rd and 10 coming up. As Ford try to go back here, and he gets hit as he threw that football there. Nice job as Mario Reed now 17 of 26, 229 yards and 2 touchdowns so far for the day. And of course, look at the film here from the first, and of course, we just seen that touchdown earlier for Godfrey. And let's take a look at his numbers. 8 receptions, 180 yards for the day, and 3 touchdowns. Wow, and the game's not even over with yet. 1st and 10 coming up here for Highland. And you see Godfrey out on the far right-hand side here. Oh, that looks like it could be, and he might see I think Reed might see a mismatch here. As Reed here drops back in the pocket, looking down the field. Oh, he's going to run this one in his own, and he's going to get out of bounds. As he's got to get it there enough for the 1st down. So nice carry there for him as he's getting close to the century mark as well through the ground with 12 carries with 91 yards. 1st and 10 coming up. Bennett in motion for the Scotties. It's play action. Reed again drops back here, finds Godfrey. Godfrey gets the catch. Godfrey getting around the defenders. Godfrey going to the end zone. Touchdown! Highland Scotties as they get into the end zone again with Godfrey. That's his 4th of the day, or yeah, his 4th touchdown of the day, his 23rd of the season. There you see he beats last year's record that he had with 22. He has now 23, his career high now. Looking very sharp out there indeed, as he is just blazing the field here. Highland leads this one pretty quickly. The score has quickly changed for them, 42-17. West Virginia, where are you guys at in this game? Guys having a little tough time here as Ford now drops back, throws a screen pass to McKenzie. McKenzie gets around the defender, but gets stopped there by Collins. 2nd and 5 coming up. Ford in the pocket here. He's gonna, oh, he can't scramble as you see Olsen marks him, and he knows he was gonna. He just knew that he was gonna be taken down by Olsen. Another great edge rusher there. Gets down to the QB and brings him down for a nice loss. And it's going to be a 3rd and 12 coming up now for the Mountaineers. This defensive line starting to just really control the offensive line here. That's what I like to see. Pass there to Pearson there, and Pearson, of course, get a nice reception there. 18 for him, as he's been kind of quiet being thrown to here in the 2nd half. 1st and 10, pass play deep there. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be enough there for the 1st down as Pearson gets another catch. Now over 130 yards for the day. 9 catches for him so far. You'll see a quick pass there to Moore. Moore's going to grab that one, and that's going to be a quick pass. And I believe that'll be Clinton Moore's 1st reception of the day for him. West Virginia moving the ball here pretty well, pretty quick. 1st and 10. Ford drops back here, throws this one there to Smith, and Smith had it but dropped it for the Mountaineers. And that's going to be now a 2nd and 10 coming up for West Virginia. West Virginia trying to get it back on, trying to get to the end zone here again. 2nd and 10. That ball is going to be thrown away, and it's going to be a 3rd and 10 now coming up as Ford probably just thinking, man, Smith, you had the football there at that 1st and 10. We could be scoring. That could be our score there. But now they got to try to go for here this time around. So they're going to throw this one to Reed, and Reed's going to be just short of the 1st down. And I was going to say, either, I was thinking that they were going to go for it, but they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here to get some points on the board. Smart, as they still got plenty of time left. There's still another quarter to play. They're going to kick the field goal. It's up and it's good. As you see the final score here in the Georgia and Auburn, number 8 Auburn knocks off, takes down Georgia 34-28 as Auburn picks up their 8th win of the season. And you see the first 5 drives, the last 5 drives actually Highland. Look at that. All of them touchdowns, but that one was a turnover on downs. What a drive. What drives they've been making here so far here in this 2nd half of the ball game. As Davison end up losing a yard on the play by Clark. It's going to force the 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Scotties. So far, Scotties playing really well. Every aspect of the game, especially the passing game here today. But Davison going to run this one here. Try to get around the defender. He does so. He's going to get a gain of 13 on the ground as he has 2 touchdowns already here today. Try to see if we can get him 100 yards here today. He's only had, I think, only maybe 2 or 3 games so far. He hasn't had 100 yards. As Davison gets again and gets another nice run there. That's a gain of 11. Nice block there from the defensive line, or for the offensive line. As we go now to a new set of downs here. 1st and 10 coming up. Let's see what we can try to do. 1st and 10. Handoff there to Davison. Davison got a good block. He's staying up the middle, and he's going to get a gain of 5 on the play, which is going to make it a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. 4 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. 42-20. Highland here trying to move down the ball here. They've been moving the ball very well, especially through the air the last couple of drives here. Davison going to run this one here. Davison trying to get a good, nice run. He does. Trying to get into the end zone there, but he's going to be short just getting in the end zone. He's going to get 33 yards on that carry. Nice blocking there from the offensive line for the Scotties. Just wish we could have that one more block there, and we could have been in the end zone. So a nice run there from Davison. So Highland Scotties could finish off the drive here with Davison, but I imagine they would probably go for another passing touchdown here. Reed here in the red zone. Reed calls his own number instead and gets out of bounds. Gets tripped up, and he only gets 2 yards on the carry. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3:14 left here in the 3rd quarter. Reed taking his time here. He doesn't have to do too much. He already has a nice, comfortable lead here. Hicks in motion. Handoff, play action. Reed up the middle there. That one almost gets taken away there. I don't know who number 42 was, but he almost had that one taken away. Looked like it was intended there for Godfrey. 3rd and 8 coming up. Ball inside the 15. Reed drops back in the pocket, looks up the middle there, trying to throw to Godfrey. Godfrey gets that one inside the 5 for a gain of 11. And he is at 235 yards for the day. They're now, at some point here, you would think they would keep a close eye on Godfrey. 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and goal here. Reed scrambles around, throws that one to Ramirez, and Ramirez gets the catch. Nice job there for Ramirez. His 1st touchdown of the day. 5th touchdown of the day for Godfrey. Or, excuse me, for Reed, excuse me. That'll be his 43rd of the season. And, of course, that was Ramirez's 1st of the day, his 12th of the season. And see a quick play there from Ford as he throws that one to Pearson for a gain of 2. He's trying to get to that particular receiver here, but we have not seen too much from Ford to Reed, who's the top receiver here this season. As Smith there throws that one for a gain of 12 as he dances his way out of bounds. 1st and 10, quick pass there. That one is going to be, it's going to be a reception from Pearson. West Virginia moving the ball here very well. McKenzie here now has the football that he's going to be taken down by Owens, as he does get enough there for the 1st for a nice 17-yard carry. 1:20 left here in the 3rd quarter. Ford again drops back in the pocket here, looks up the middle, finds Pearson. Pearson gets the catch, and he's going to be taken down at the 15-yard line, and they're in Scotty territory. 1st and 10 again for Ford. Throws up that one to McKenzie, and McKenzie gets a great catch for a gain of 5 on the play. That's Virginia again trying to move quickly here. Hand off there to McKenzie. McKenzie up the middle there, and he's going to get wrapped up and taken down especially before he gets the 1st down. As he does get enough there for the 1st. McKenzie up the middle here, and no problem getting in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. As West Virginia gets on the board. And that's going to be a nice carry there for him, and that's going to help them out here. It's going to make it now 49-27 with 48 seconds left here in the 3rd. Crowd trying to get behind the defense here as of course, Highland's making a great, great drives here in this 2nd half. Play action from Reed. That's going to be a deep pass. That's going to go up into Godfrey, but it's going to be stopped by Rogers, who gets a nice deflection there. Rogers has 10 tackles already in today's game. 3rd and 10 coming up. Of course, Reed is probably getting itchy finger here. He wants to try to throw to Jasper or to Godfrey, but he throws up the middle there to the tight end, Ramirez, who gets a gain of 23 for the catch. As Ramirez, of course, he is going to break a school record as well for receptions. So nice job there. As he has 350 receptions. Well, that's a new NCAA record for the career. Nice job there from him. He gets thrown to quite a bit here. Not as much as he has early on here in this season. Been kind of quiet because they've been covering him. Defense has been covering him very well. I know Coach Bond says that that's one of the things they've been trying to change up here as much. Trying to get involved, you know, since they can't get to Ramirez too often, they got to get someone to somebody to be that release, that kind of that third down guy. And that usually that third down guy is Burns. And see Reed here looking for a block. He gets that throw off, but it's going to be a fumble. That was caught by Godfrey, but he drops it. And oh no, you don't ever want to see this. Godfrey looks like he might be down. As that is it for the third quarter. Third quarter, we go into the fourth quarter. Put your fours up here in the video. 49-27 as we go to the fourth. Final quarter here. We wouldn't be surprised if we see some backups coming up here. As Ford's going to throw this one there. That's going to be an incomplete pass as he was being chased down by Miller on that play. And looks like Godfrey is got a minor injury, but he'll return later in the game. And it's a re-injury, it's risk, so we're gonna keep him out, and we'll have him sit out probably for the remainder of the game. Ford in here drops back here. Of course, he's had a great day, over 230 yards for the day. As see a quick pass there, that big quick pass from McKenzie turns out to be 42 yards on that reception, gets him a huge first down. First and 10. Up the middle there to Moore. As Ford to Moore could not connect. And it'll be an incomplete pass. Second and 10 coming up here for West Virginia. Ford drops back in the pocket. Finds McKenzie on that screen pass. And King's going to drill him down. Not a big hit there enough to get the ball out of his hands. But they do get the catch. Third and 3 coming up. And Ford's going to be taken down by Graham. Nice play there from him. And that's a loss of several yards there on the play. So we'll see a 4th and 7 coming up. And we'll see what West Virginia is going to do. They're going to go ahead and elect to go for it here, obviously. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Ford there throws this one off there to Smith, but they cannot convert for the 4th down. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. So we'll see what Highland can do here. Just under 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Reed drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking for maybe a big pass play here. He's going to throw that one up there, and it's going to be deflected by Casey Thomas. Looked like they were trying to get that one, I believe, to Alexander, who's coming into the game for Godfrey. Reed here drops back in the pocket, scrambles off to the right-hand side, looking down for a big pass. He finds Alexander. Gets the nice catch. And that's a big play there from Alexander. Of course, Alexander is playing a little bit of defense as well. He's playing on the defensive side of the ball from time to time. But here now, since Godfrey's out for the game here today, he looks like he's going to be playing some wide receiver. And I believe he's playing either safety or corner for us on our defensive side of things. He's one of those athletic players that we picked up here over the offseason. 1st and 10. Nice recruitment that we got. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Highland Scotties. They're in West Virginia's own 30-yard line. Reed drops back in the pocket. Scrambles there. He is looking down the field here. Can't find nobody. He's going to get tripped up, but he's going to get enough to get back at least to the line of scrimmage for the 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Scotties. As we'll see, Reed here drops back in the pocket, looks down the field here, and then he can't find nobody. He should have got rid of that football there. Clark's going to bring him down for a sack. It's Clark's 3rd sack of the day here for West Virginia. And it's going to put them back, going to put the Scotties back now to a 3rd and 21. So we'll see what they can do here on this 3rd and 21. Big play coming up here. Stanford's back in the game now, as I believe they brought in the 2nd string guys. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. We'll see a 4th and 21. Coach Teddy Bonds says to go for it here on 4th and 21. I think he just wants to see what Stanford and this 2nd string can do. Not really expecting them to get the first down here, but Stanford here looking down the field here. Throws that one up off his back foot, unbalanced throw. And Casey Thomas breaks it up. And that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Highland Scotties. 5:44 left here in this one. 49 to 27. We'll see if West Virginia can move down the field here. Ford drops back in the pocket here. Nice pocket there for him. He's looking down and, oh, he sells that one away. He had no pressure on him. But apparently, I guess he just couldn't find nobody there and got a little scared. 2nd and 10 coming up for West Virginia. Audible being called there by Ford. Ford in the pocket, looks down the field here, throws a screen pass there to McKenzie, and brought down quickly there by the Pope. As he gets the tackle there for a loss of 3. 3rd and 13 coming up. Ford looking down the field. Throws that one up there to Pierce, and no, incomplete pass. Intended receiver there. And Pierce, like I said. So they have to go for it now here on 4th and 13. Ford drives back in the pocket, looking down the field. Trying to see if we can find a play here. Throws this one up there. That's going to be picked off by McCall. And McCall has the ball here for the Scotties, as he's going to be brought down at the 13-yard line. Nice interception there from McCall, as that is McCall's 4th interception of the season. Great play there from him. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Highland Scotties. 5:03 left. 2nd string still out there. We'll see what Stanford can do here on this play action. And again, just trying to see what the 2nd string can do. As that's going to be picked up by Rogers. And that's going to be an interception. A great field position now here for the West Virginia Mountaineers, as that is interception number 2 for Stanford this season, as he just made a bad call on that play. Just made a bad read. See if the defense can help us out here now. We'll see if actually West Virginia can make a score here, as they have a short field. Ford there, throw that one to Pierce, and he's going to get out of bounds for a gain of 2. 3rd and 11 coming up. Drop back for Ford. Ford looking down the field here, and oh, he just barely gets that play off. As you see there, a nice play there from the defense. So now 4th and 11 coming up here for the Mountaineers. Ford drops back in the pocket, has a solid pocket there, throws that one off to McKenzie. McKenzie, again, sees his friend there, the Pope. And that's going to be a loss, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for West Virginia. 1st and 10 coming up here after the play. After the turnover downs for West Virginia. Stanford here now throwing this one off. He's going to find Ramirez as he gets the catch. And Ramirez in there, as he's going to try to get a couple reps in there himself. So now, we'll see a 1st and 10 after the big play. And this is a unique play formation here. I don't see this one too often from the Scotties. Let's see, Burns gets a catch. And a nice catch there from Burns for a gain of 12. As that's Burns' 2nd catch of the day, getting close to 40 yards for the day. New set of downs here for the Scotties. 1st and 10, just 3:32 left. Yeah, this game pretty much in the bag now here. Stanford trying to run out of the pocket, but he's going to get taken down for a loss of 8 on the play. Nice sack there from Mike Sims. 3rd and 18 coming up. Scotty's not really looking to do too much probably on this drive, just enough just to see what the 2nd string can really do. So you're looking pretty sharp here. Stanford up the middle there. That's going to be picked off by Green. What a play there. Watching the QB's eyes as he picks that one off there. That's the 2nd interception now of the day here from this defense off of Stanford, and that's his 3rd of the season, as Green gets a nice interception there for West Virginia. 1st and 10, 2:47 left. We'll see Ford still out there, and he's still determined to get down the field here with his team, and he does so there with Chad Smith, who gets a gain of 24. A nice catch there from him, getting the first. Ford again, drops back here, fires this one off to McKenzie as he loses balance, but holds on to the football. Gets a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Ford again drops back here quickly. That one's thrown to Moore. Moore trying to fight off for the extra yardage. And he'll get a gain of 13 on the reception, his 2nd of the day. 1st 10 coming up. Again for West Virginia. Handoff. This time around, they're going to keep it on the ground. Put it on the ground this time around for McKenzie as he gets a couple yards there on the play. 2nd and 8. Ford again drops back in the pocket, looking down the field here. Throws this one there. That's going to be picked up by the Pope. And that right there should be the game winner as the Scotties get their 2nd turnover on West Virginia here. Now they're shadow of their own goalpost here, are sitting on the 5-yard line, trying to get some room here. Hand this one off to Davison here as he runs out the backfield. He will get drilled there quickly for a 2nd and 7. Just a few more plays here, and they can take pretty much win this ball game here as they'll use Davison again as he'll run this one up to the 30. Highland on their own 30-yard line this time. There's a nice carry there from Davison. Some of the first-string guys are starting to come back in here and help out. Maybe trying to get some confidence there to Stanford here. Stanford now running this one. He's going to go ahead and run this one here for a nice 1st down as he gets pushed out for a gain of 15 with 1:03 left. And that right there should be the nail in the coffin here on West Virginia. Looks like they're going to try to maybe run one more play before they call this game over with here, as they did run out of ball. Well, he did run out of bounds, but the clock's still ticking away here. Stanford now running this one. And he's got to be careful there as he needs a slide. And he'll get a gain of 7 on the play. And that'll be it for this one. As the Highland Scotties pick up a nice win here. 49-27 here in Morgantown. Big win. Nice win here. As the first half, I don't know where West Virginia was at, but they definitely did not show up towards the 2nd half there. Latter part of the 3rd quarter there, they were just kind of like, we can't really do too much to you guys anymore now. But they had some nice plays there. Pearson was really great. He had a really nice day there. We'll see his numbers here in just a bit. And, of course, Ford as well. I think Ford almost threw over 60 passes here today, as much as he was trying to just help his team down the field. But nice win here for us. And, of course, that just tacks on now as we are now winning 10 games in a row here. We are still your #1 team in the nation, and we'll walk out of here with a great victory. 49-27 is your final. Player of the game, of course, Jasper Reed, 18-27, 409 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has now a total of 43 touchdowns for the season. Especially 4 of those 5 touchdowns came from Godfrey, who was 11. We'll see here in a bit. I'm not going to say who yet. We'll take a look here at some of the stats for the most part here. Like I said, that first half was I was really impressed. West Virginia was really keeping up neck and neck with it. I think offensively they were just doing better. They were moving the ball very, very on time. Had a very good pace. I don't know where that went off to in the second half, but I think with us finding our defensive line, especially our interior guys getting in there and really causing havoc, like guys like actually mostly I think it was Miller, and then our 2 exterior guys, Olsen on the far right hand side, and of course Graham on the far left hand side over there, doing a great job getting to the QB and just taking away that clock and putting pressure on them. 17 carries for 97 yards. Unfortunately, we did not get 100 yards there for Davison, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns for the day. Receiving wise, look at this. Big day, monster day, almost like God mode day here for Godfrey. 11 catches for 258 yards for 4 receiving touchdowns. What a day for him. That right there should help him come up in closer in the wide receiver. Definitely, I think he's leading right now in receiving yards right there. I think before this game, Ramirez was leading. Him and Ramirez were leading in receiving yards. I think they were like 200 or maybe 100 some yards apart from each other. So yeah, now I think Godfrey now should have the most receiving yards as a wide receiver for NCAA. So that should help him get some kind of conversation in the Heisman department. 37 of 50. Yeah, so I say 37 of 56, 429, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Of course, he was sacked 3 times in the game. Ford, I definitely say he is a great quarterback there, great pocket passer. But unfortunately, that pressure just got to him, and he just could not get away from that. Miller, especially Miller, and of course Olsen, and even I think even Graham got a sack as well. So those 3 guys got a sack. I think Miller might have gotten 2 sacks off of him in that game. Pierce, so you see 13 catches, 168 yards, 1 touchdown. McKenzie, 11 catches for 69 yards. Smith, 9 for 143 and a touchdown. Moore, 2 for 30. And of course, Reed was really not much of a big showing there. I was really kind of game playing around him. 2 catches for 19 yards for the day. He had a really bad day there, receiving wise. He just was not. He was not open too often. And then you see the numbers there for the defense. Great numbers there. And of course, like I said, they did a pretty good number on our quarterback as well, as they sacked Reed 6 times. You see the sacks there in today's episode. So great game, great win for us. Bit of a slow start, just like last week against Kansas, but this week, or hopefully next week, we can get better. There you see some of the players that we are looking at right now. We got a couple guys that want to make some visits, like John Moore. You see Hampton Cannon, we're trying to get him, but he is still locking us out. But he's still one of our top. We're one of his top 2 schools, along with Michael Westbecker is one of the top 2 schools. But we got Ronald Quinn. He is now a defensive tackle. He's a 6'9" overall. He's kind of a depth player. He won't really make a start next year, but he's definitely a great depth player that we can bring up. Maybe in season 2 of his college collegiate career here at Highland. But yeah, we'll take on Kansas State coming up in week 13, and that episode should be up here in the next day or 2. So stay tuned for it. As Kansas State right now 5-5 for the season, and we already took out our other Kansas team that we play against. There's 3 Kansas teams now. There's Kansas State, KU, and of course us. And now we're going to try to see if we can take out these pretty little Wildcats there in Aggieville. But yeah, we'll see how that goes coming up in the next episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new here on the channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord, as well as our other socials down below. And of course, check us out over on our second channel over on ESGNet plus LP, as we got a nice NCAA series over there as well. It's a Stanford Cardinals online dynasty. Been a lot of fun playing that, and a lot of fun. I definitely gotta get back in that series again here soon. But anyway, that's it for today's episode of the Highland Scotties. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. Keep each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time. Go Scotty Nation!